Tired of playing solitaire and want to learn a real game? Welcome to my table. Let's learn how to play Texas Hold'em. Hey guys, it's Eric here with CanadaCasino.ca. If you watched our previous episodes, you may recall a lot of information that can apply to Texas Hold'em, but there's still a few specifics I need to lay down before throwing you into it. Let's start off simple. Blinds. Blinds are mandatory bets placed by the first two players to act at the start of the game. In Texas Hold'em, the dealer holds the standard button or dealer button marker. The player sitting to the dealer's left makes the small blind, and the player to the left of the small blind has to wager the big blind. Both of them must pay before the cards are dealt. Now, the values of the blind bets are determined by the casino or the tournament in question. But the thing to remember is that the big blind is always double the amount of the small blind. Following that, two cards are dealt to all the players and the round starts. They then decide, in turn, whether to fold, call, or raise the big blind to stay in the game. After all betting rounds are over and the next game is about to begin, the dealer button, small blind, and big blind rolls are all moved one position to the left. Up next, betting options. This is pretty much a no-brainer, as they remain the same as any other typical poker variation. This means that you have the usual fold, check, bet, call, or raise actions, including the always magnificently terrifying, but oh so misused all-in bet. All in. Betting aside, now let's move on to how the cards are dealt. Pre-flop, players receive two hole cards, and after seeing their hand, can play by calling or raising the big blind. The betting action all begins from the player to the left of the big blind, also referred to as the live bet. This player is free to fold, call, or raise. Once this player acts, the betting round continues clockwise until all active players place equal bets in the pot. Keep in mind that the blind players act last in the pre-flop round, and even if everybody calls, the big blind player still has the last action, whether it's check or raise. Following the pre-flop is the flop. At this stage, three community cards are dealt face up on the table. Betting on the flop begins from the player to the left of the dealer. This is where all rounds start, except for the pre-flop. The betting options here are almost identical. The only real difference being that since no bets have been put in at the start, like the blinds previously, players can check and pass their turns until someone bets. If not, it moves on to the next round. After the flop round, we have the turn, in which one more card is dealt face up on the table. This is the fourth community card in Hold'em, which is sometimes referred to as 4th Street. Once all active players act, the next betting round begins from the active player to the left of the button. The final action is the last community card, the river or 5th Street, which is also dealt face up. The betting rules here are the same as the flop and the turn. The last, and personally my favorite, is the showdown.
An epic, confusing showdown.
When the final betting round is complete and there is more than one active player, the last player to bet or raise has to show their cards. If there was no bet in the final round, the first player still in the game on the left to the dealer has to show their cards first.
You go first.
No, you go first.
No, you go first.
Naturally, the player with the best 5 cards wins the pot, and in the case of a tie, the pot is split equally. Keep in mind, Hold'em rules state that all suits are equal, so if 2 or more players have the same hand, but with different suits, it's still a tie, unlike some other poker variations. Want to start playing Texas Hold'em? Visit our website at CanadaCasino.ca, link down below. Let us know if we've convinced you to try out Texas Hold'em in the comments down below. Don't forget to leave a like and ring that notification bell. This has been Eric, wishing you guys luck and reminding you as always, play responsibly.